Grandma's story time. Put on your glasses, Grandma. Get your story back, Grandma. Oh, it was very full yesterday. There's not much in it today. It's a bit squishy. Here it is. It's a story bag with purple circles and golden elephants, and blue circles and golden elephants, and red circles. Well, I can't see Hairy Maclary in here. Did you see him? He's sitting over the back behind me with his book, Hairy Maclary from Donaldson's Dairy. Oh, here's Peter. Wave hello. Oh, you like him there? Oh, because he likes to watch the books too. Do you talk about them in the night? You do. Imagine what they get up to in the night. Lots of things. Have you got any more books today? He has. It must be a little book. There's not much in here. It's a little book. Oh! Look what it's called. Can you see who's on the front? Hairy Maclary's Bone by Lynley Dodd. I wonder what Hairy Maclary's going to do with a bone. It's nearly as big as him. I think we'll read it. Do you want to have a sleep? Okay, Peter can go in and have a sleep, and I'll read the book. Hairy Maclary's Bone by Lynley Dodd. It's bigger than his mouth. It makes his eyes go big too when he's looking at them. Let's begin. Down in the town by the butcher's shop door sat Hairy Maclary from Donaldson's Dairy. Now why do you think he's sitting outside the door of the butcher's? Do you know what the butcher sells? The butcher sells beef and lamb. I can see some in the window. I can see sausages hanging up. I can see an old parking meter there out the front too. But he's sitting waiting. Does he know someone in there, do you think? Out of the door came Samuel Stone. He gave Hairy Maclary his tastiest bone. Oh, look how big it is. It's a very big bone. Hairy Maclary doesn't have bones that big in his legs. Then off up the street on scurrying feet, on his way to the dairy went Hairy Maclary. Look, his eyes are shut, he's going past the dress shop, and I can see some noses. They followed him and they're sniffing. Whose noses are they? Schnitzel von Crumb with a very low tongue, Bits of Maloney, bottomly pots all covered in spots, Muffin Maclay, like a bundle of hay, and Hercules Morse as big as a horse. There they are, and chasing him home with their eyes on the bone went Hercules Morse, bottomly pots, Muffin Maclay, Bits of Maloney, and Schnitzel von Crumb with a very low tongue. Dogs can always sniff out a bone. Do you think he'll share it? Hungrily sniffing and licking their chops, they followed him up past the school and the shops. Look at that Bits of Maloney, he's got a big lick on his mouth. And look at Hairy Maclary, he's got his eyes back going, oh, don't catch up with me, don't get it. How can he get rid of them? They came to a sign selling Sutherland sauce, and through the bottom of the sign they all went, look, squashing in, except Hercules Morse. His bottom is too big to fit through that hole. Oh well, he'll just have to go home. They came to a hedge along Waterloo Way. Under the hedge they go. Look, still following him, crawl under, because Hairy Maclary's not very big. Oh, except for Muffin Maclay. like a bundle of hay. He couldn't get through that under that hedge. Too big. They came to a yard full of dinghies and yachts, and around they all went. Got the crab pots there, except for bottomly pots. He tried to take a shortcut and he's got tangled up in the ropes for the crab pots. Off Hairy Maclary went with his bone. They came to a building site, all cluttered and stony, and over they went, except Bitzer Maloney. His legs went down the hole. Not good. He'll have to go home. Who's following now? They came to a wall by the house of Miss Plum, and one of them jumped. Look, over the wall jumped Hairy Maclary. What about Snitzel von Crumb? Can he jump over the wall? No, but not Snitzel von Crumb. And so at last he was free to go home on his own, Hairy Maclary and all of his bone. And that's the end of the story. Hairy Maclary's bone. It's such a big bone, isn't it, for a little dog? My dogs like to eat bones, but I don't think I'd give them one that big. But you know what I know? I know dogs don't like to share bones. If you have one dog, you have one bone, and they can eat it. If you have two dogs, you need two bones, and they can have one each. If you have three dogs, you have three bones, and they can have one each. If you have four dogs, 1, 2, 3, 4, you need four bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they can have one each. What if you've got 5? What if you've got 5 dogs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you need 5 bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's not fair if everyone doesn't get one. That's all for my story today. Come back and visit my channel. I've got so many more stories and I know you will love to see them. Bye bye.